Good afternoon. We are very excited to welcome you back to Calvary Moravian's Advent Afternoon series as we continue to engage our congregation and our community during these Advent days. We hope you enjoyed the acoustic concert 2 weeks ago, as well as the joint offering with Piedmont Opera last Sunday. Traditionally, on the third Sunday of Advent, Calvary celebrates its youngest members as they tell us the Christmas story through their own Christmas pageant. This morning's worship was again filled with the sounds of our children and youth as they led our service virtually from all over our city. And this afternoon, we are continuing the children and youth theme with some Nutcracker fun, especially for our kids and those of us that are kids at heart. This week, we are happy to welcome 5 students from the School of Music at the University of North Carolina School of the Arts. We have with us Martha, playing first violin, Raphael playing second violin, Maria playing viola, and Jake playing cello. And our own Grace Manning, who will narrate this special telling of the Nutcracker with music by Russian composer Peter Tchaikovsky. At this time, I'll pass it over to Grace, who can show us some fun crafts to do while you're listening. Enjoy.
Hi guys! If you have your crafts in front of you, I made some models. We have the Nutcracker, Clara, and the Mouse King. So if you have your materials, your blank ones might look like this with your big popsicle stick and your small popsicle sticks. Get your markers ready and feel free to start. The Nutcracker started life as a story. But in 1892, a Russian composer named Tchaikovsky turned it into a ballet. It is now performed all over the world, especially at Christmas time. As the clock strikes midnight on Christmas Eve, Clara's Nutcracker toy turns into a prince. He calls for his reindeer and his golden sleigh and whisks Clara away to the mouth-watering land of sweets. Based on the story behind the famous ballet, this enchanting retelling captures the magic and wonder of Clara's adventure. It was Christmas Eve. The world was covered in a crisp blanket of snow. Everything was dazzling white, except for the golden light that spilled out from Clara's house. Inside, a party was in full swing. Clara stared out of the window. She was waiting for something magical to happen. Suddenly, the door burst open. "Merry Christmas, Clara!" It was her godfather. "I've brought you a wonderful present," he said. To Clara, this present isn't all that it seems. From your godfather. What can it be, wondered Clara as she lay in bed that night. She was so excited, she couldn't wait to find out. Clara ran downstairs and ripped off the wrapping paper. Inside was a Nutcracker toy. Clara hugged him tight, then, with a yawn, she curled up under the tree. Soon she was fast asleep. Dong, dong, the clock struck midnight. Clara woke with a start. There was a great whooshing sound. The Christmas tree was rising up above her. What's happening? Hello, Clara, whispered a voice behind her. My Nutcracker? Gasped Clara. He bowed. I'm the Nutcracker Prince, he said. I've come to protect you. The kitchen mice are plotting to kidnap you. He blew sharply on his whistle, and 6 soldiers marched out of the toy box. They were just in time. The kitchen mice stormed out of the shadows. Ready, aim, fire! The soldiers struck them down with lumps of cheese and sprayed them with water. Cheese, help! Is cheese the best you can do? Jeered an evil voice. It was the Mouse King. He whipped out his sword and lunged at the Nutcracker Prince. Clang, clash went their swords. I must help, thought Clara. She took off her slipper and threw it. Whee! It whizzed through the air and knocked the king out cold. You were brilliant, said the Nutcracker Prince. Now we must celebrate. He called for his reindeer and his magical golden sleigh. Clara and the prince climbed aboard. They flew through an open window and into the snow-filled sky. The reindeer rode through the night. Far below, Clara could see lollipop trees and marshmallow flowers. Welcome to the land of sweets, announced the prince. They rode up to a marzipan castle decorated with all kinds of treats. I'm so glad you've come, said a dazzling fairy, dancing out to greet them. I am the Sugar Plum Fairy. Come inside and eat. Clara and the prince sat down to a feast of cookies and cakes and candy swirls. Then they watched dances from around the world. Spinning Spanish dancers clicked their castanets. Arabian princesses swirled. Chinese tea dancers whirled. Flower ballerinas twirled. Clara watched, enchanted. But the slow, soothing music called her to sleep. "It's time to go home," whispered the Nutcracker Prince. When Clara woke up, she was under the Christmas tree once more, and the prince had gone. "He's only a wooden toy," cried Clara. "It must have been a dream. Unless it was the magic of Christmas Eve." To Clara, this present isn't all that it seems. From your godfather.